Hi, I'm Daniel Andrews, owner and creator of the DAN Show, and welcome to my very first 2022 NFL mock draft video. Today, I'm going to break down the Jacksonville Jaguars and what they're going to do with the very first pick in the 2022 NFL draft. So if you're a fan of football, if you're a fan of NFL mock drafts, this is the channel for you. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and while you're at it, ring the bell. That way you get notified every time I release a new video. Now, before I reveal who Jacksonville will take with the first overall pick in the 2022 NFL draft, I'm going to go over some things that Jacksonville could do. I think their ideal situation would actually be to trade down. Now, Jacksonville does have 12 picks in the draft, but 6 of them are in rounds 6 and 7. And this is a team with a lot of holes, so they would love to trade down and get out of the number 1 pick in the draft, but they're probably not going to be able to do that. Usually, you only are able to trade down from the first overall pick if there's a quarterback available, a la Trevor Lawrence. Now, there's some really good quarterbacks in this draft, but there's no really clear-cut number 1. So despite wanting to trade down, they probably can't. Jacksonville's new defensive coordinator, Mike Caldwell, comes from Tampa Bay, so they are going to keep the same 3-4 scheme. Now, they drafted Devin White 5th overall in the 2019 NFL draft, and Devin White was very key and instrumental to Tampa Bay's Super Bowl run, but you don't take an inside linebacker number 1 in the draft, despite this draft having some really good inside linebackers. Now, if Jacksonville does trade down, is inside linebacker in the mix? Absolutely. But number 1 overall, absolutely not. You could go edge rusher here. Jacksonville only had 32 sacks last year and gave up 26.9 points per game. That was 28th in the NFL. 2020 first round pick Kavion Chasen has 2 sacks in 2 seasons. So adding someone opposite to Josh Allen could be perfect here. You have Aiden Hutchinson and Kayvon Thibodeau. These are 2 top prospects in this draft. You do need help rushing the passer. And despite these 2 being 2 of the top prospects in the whole draft, I don't have this as my selection either. Kyle Hamilton is someone that a lot of people consider as the top player in the draft. And this would be a lot of fun, but it's not the pick. Doug Peterson, the Jacksonville Jaguars' new head coach, is a former NFL quarterback. He's a former NFL quarterback coach, offensive coordinator, and an offensive-minded head coach. You have a second-year super talented quarterback in Trevor Lawrence. You have Jacksonville that averaged a 14.9 points a game last year, an NFL worst. The first pick in the draft will be on the offensive side of the ball. The only question is who. In the NFL, you need 3 key positions to be filled. You need quarterback, edge rusher, and left tackle. The Jacksonville Jaguars have both the quarterback and edge rusher, but they don't have the left tackle position. Now, in this draft, there's 2 really elite left tackle prospects. There's actually a lot of really good tackle prospects in this draft, but I think it's going to come down to 1 or 2 names. So without further ado, with the first pick in the 2022 NFL draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Evan Neal, tackle out of Alabama. Ike Ekwonu, my apologies if I mispronounce his name here, out of NC State is the other elite left tackle prospect, and he's an exceptionally good football player. Whoever Jacksonville takes, whether it's Ekwonu or Neal, they're getting a really good football player here, but I have an SEC bias. I firmly believe that the best college football and the best college football players are in the SEC, so I'm going to take the SEC player over the ACC player any day of the week. Now, if Ekwonu played at Alabama and Neal played at NC State, would I flip the picks? Yes, I would. If Ekwonu dominated like Neal did at Alabama, then that would be my selection. Now, whoever Jacksonville takes is getting a day 1 starter and a very good football player at left tackle, which is a position of need for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, this video is simply a conversation starter. This is my opinion. I've made it public, but really I want to hear from you. Your opinion is really what's important here. Did you like the pick? Did you not like the pick? Drop a comment below and look, let's talk football. Tomorrow I'm going to break down the Detroit Lions and what they're going to do with the 2nd overall pick in the 2022 NFL Draft. So look, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and join a great football community that talks all 32 NFL teams. And I will see you tomorrow.